Are you a little bit drained or feeling exhausted or overwhelmed in life? Well, I've got some good news for you and maybe some ideas for you for how you could reset your life, get some rest, and maybe reboot and start fresh in a new way. Welcome. My name is Andrea Brown. This is Thrival Now, a new YouTube channel where I'm committed to helping you go from survival to thrival in your finances so that you can be more, do more, and give more. I'm sorry for the extra noise today. I am sitting I'm sitting in Tempe, just outside of Phoenix in Arizona, and we're on the flight path of the planes into the airport where I am headed in just a couple hours. I'm sitting at a place called Tempe Town Lake, a beautiful lake in the heart of this megatropolis that was created by damming up the Salt River. It goes back about 50 or 60 years or more. Maybe it was in the 50s and 60s that it was created. But I thought this would just be an incredible place to do a video. It's a terrible time of day. That's why it's washed out behind, so I'll do some other video so you can see the backdrop behind me. But I was really just looking for a park and a beautiful backdrop to share some of my thoughts, and then I realized how powerful the visual of this dam is to convey what has just happened for me this week. This week was a time to be off-grid. I really had almost no connection with the outside world other than with my husband. The people that were with me really limited their time with the outside world. It was a true retreat in every sense or retreats. I hosted 2 of them, but this time period, these retreats were, in the truest sense of the word, a retreat from everything normal, all of the busyness, and these spaces were created to get away from the busyness, to push pause, to get renewed vision, and to get clarity and direction for the future, but also to just connect and to focus on relationships, both renewing old ones and creating fresh new ones. And it was amazing to see the ahas, to see the clarity that came out of it for the people that I got to invite into this space. And so, coming here and suddenly seeing this landscape of the lake behind me and seeing it dammed up. The truth was, I did not know that I knew it was a man-made lake, but I did not know it had been created by damming up the Salt River till I just read about it today. I didn't know much of the history, and like I said, I've never been to this place before. But as I was walking, looking, I love the beautiful storks on the edge of the water, and there's lots of people. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day and a perfect time of year to come because I think it's just like in the 70s Celsius, which would be, 20 or 21 degrees. I'm sorry, I said that backward. It's about 70 degrees Fahrenheit, perfect t-shirt weather, or about 20, 21 degrees Celsius. And so we're here the last few days of February, first week of March, and it just was a dynamic time. And my heart is to share this with you and to encourage you about the value of taking time in your life to rest and reset and reboot, because otherwise you're living without margin and you're living without any way to, you have no reserves to draw on. And that's really in the essence of what you see behind me here. This lake has become a magnet in the desert, an oasis in the desert, a place people come to love to be. It energizes them. This is a wellspring for people that live here. And why is that? Because this was created by protecting and saving water. There was parameters and systems put into place to collect the energy, to collect the life force, and to collect the vital force. I don't know, I'm running out of descriptive words, but by damming this river up, and I know the metaphor doesn't carry over to all the beautiful, or in every way, because downstream it's terribly not life-giving. But let's just say there was also a healthy river running through other places in the Northwest I've been to, and dams. But I want you to see that in the desert, this is powerful, that this water and this place that people can come, they're drawn to because of the life. And this was only created because there's systems in place to protect the water and to create reserves. And out of those reserves, I don't know if this dam has a hydroelectric plant, but most dams that I've ever been to are vehicles, or they're powerhouses, and they power cities, they power states. And you only get that power by damming up and building a reservoir. And so if you want to change your life and go from survival to thrival, if you want to start living in a way that you're fully alive and being a life force to the people around you, is being innovative and creative and energizing rather than draining and exhausting, then you have to build systems into place in your life so that you can collect that energy, that you can protect your energy, that you can conserve that energy so that you add extra, you have more than enough. Because then when you do choose to use it, it is a powerhouse. Water is water. It's beautiful. It can be powerful when there's flooding and whatnot going through rivers and canyons, and flash floods are testimony to that. But when water is channeled and created to, if a system's created to building a dam, cutting off the continued source and collecting that water can be funneled through a dam and hydroelectric power, and it is incredible, and it can power cities, power states. And so you have the capacity to be energizing, you have the capacity to be powerful, you have the capacity to be endlessly creative and innovative, but you're never gonna be that or do that when you are scraping by, when you are absolutely exhausted, you're not getting enough sleep, you're living on coffee day after day, and no one wants to be around you. That's been me. I've been frazzled. I have no patience when I'm exhausted and I'm burnt out. When you're burning the candle at both ends, if you're even using that language, you're in a bad place. So I'm speaking from a place of knowing this feeling. I have been exhausted. I have been drained. I'm an entrepreneur. We have 3 businesses, and we didn't do it right out of the gate. I'm sharing what I've learned because of the failures, and I want you to do it better. I hope that through the things that I teach and I'm communicating, that you will do way better than I have, that you won't have the failures that I've had. And so building margin into your life, creating structure in your life, it's key to building reserves, learning to protect your schedule, getting a vision, taking time to get a vision for the future. That's what we did at this retreat. We looked at the year and we planned out possibilities. There was some time to dream, and there was some time to create plans. There was time to connect and have just stillness to even hear your own thoughts and come back to dreams that maybe have died. And so I just cannot emphasize enough the power of retreating from the world, whether it's for 12 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours, doing it on a regular basis. There is power in doing that. And I invite you to create margin in your life. I invite you to create space in your life so that you have reserves to draw on and that you can become a world changer. Because if you have nothing to draw on, you cannot power, you're not energized yourself. There's no way that you can energize or transform other people's lives or impact anyone's life in a positive way. And so I give you that today. I thank you for staying with me. I thank you for sharing your time with me and investing in yourself. I hope you'll like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, or that you'll follow as a podcast and maybe even throw a review out if it's been meaningful. And I will see you and chat with you on the next one. Thanks so much for joining me today.